こんにちは。あ、ジェイセムさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Oh, is it working on HelloTalk? It seems not working. I'm not sure. Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Is it working? HelloTalk. Can you hear my voice? Ah, Justin さん、こんにちは。鍋が好きなジャスティンさん。で、これをこう。よし。So, today I wanted to tell you how to get a job in Japan. You know, I prepared some like self-promotion slides to get a job, to show what kind of skills I have to be a Japanese language teacher. And I think it will help you if you want to get a job in Japan. That's why I want to show you that today. エルウィンさん、こんにちは。Ready for tomorrow? Yes! Actually, there's no special thing. Like, I got a laptop from the company, and I got a smartphone from the company. But, you know, I don't have to go to the office, so I will do my job just here. Oh, we will share website resources as well, like where we can apply for jobs. There are so many websites to get a job. It usually Japanese people use 3 to 5 services to get a job at the same time. Justin さん N2? But you have to be like N3 or 2. I don't think N3 is enough to understand. Those websites are just for native Japanese speakers. And it depends on what kind of job you wanna get. あ、ストハさんありがとう。こんにちは。You know, I'll be back. I'll be back soon. What kind of work can you get without a degree? Degree ってなんだっけ？ Degree? 学位？ Like without graduating university? ありがとう、ストハさん。If you haven't finished university, what kind of work? What kind of? It depends. It depends on your background, what you have experienced in your country, and what you can do, what kind of knowledge you have, what kind of qualification, certification you have, what kind of or which level your Japanese is. I think a lot of trades jobs hiring in Japan with apprenticeship opportunities in rural. Let me translate. セザルさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. 日本では地方を中心に手に職系。そうね。You're right. You're right. I think so. I think so, Justin さん。You still need skilled qualification and at least JPT in 2. Yes, I think so. Or it'll be better to go to vocational school in Tokyo. Not doesn't have to be Tokyo though. You go to a vocational school to get a skill, knowledge, and qualification for that job. Then it'll be much easier to get a job, because the vocational school will prove that you have skill and you can improve your Japanese skills, and also the school will help you to get better job, or they will help you to practice to prepare for job interview, or they will also help you to make documents. How do you call the documents? Resume. そう。Resume. Your work experience documents. かな？I asked ChatGPT to translate my Japanese. what you need to get a job in Japan. Can you guys see this? Is it too small? Can you see this? I think I talked about this before, but I wanna talk about this more detailed. よいしょ。I think I talked about this before, so I will skip this formal appearance. And you have to prepare resume, 履歴書 the name of university which you graduated in the previous company you worked for, certification, license. In my case, I have qualification of teaching Japanese, and the reason why you apply for that company, and short sentences that you can promote yourself. That's resume. Resume. 履歴書。お。あれ間違えた。これ火鉢。履歴書。お買い物じゃない。これ何？履歴書。履歴書。それからThat's your job record. Oh, how do you call that? I forgot. Work experience document. 職務経歴書 Do you guys make 職務経歴書 work experience documents in your country? Oh, everybody sleep? みんな寝た？職務経歴書。履歴書 shows like this. Your face, your name, your birthday, and sometimes gender. Doesn't have to be here. And your address, where you live, and your email address, and your phone number, and the name of high school and university which you graduated, and also your major in university, and the names of companies you have worked for, here and here. And this is your license or any certification. Like if you pass JLPT, you can write it down here. And if you have driver's license, you can write it here. Or if you took any other languages exam, you can write it here. And here, this is like your self-promotion and also the reason why you want to join the company. And here, if you have something to tell the company, like if you have children and you can't work like after 6 p.m., you have to write it here. Or if you, I don't know, like if you want to work as part-time job and if you can't go to office every Friday because you have to take care of your family or something like that, you have to write it here. This guy さん、こんにちは。職業は規制なしってよく言うのになぜ先生っていう肩書きがあるんでしょうか？何かを教えてくれる人とか助けてくれる人のこと先生って言いますよね。なんでだろうね。That's 履歴書。で、職務経歴書。I think I told you before though. That's not main part for today though. 職務経歴書。What you have done as business person. The name of company and when you joined that company and when you left the company and what you did and like how many people the company have and what you did. Like that. アビヒさんかな？アビヒさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. I just wanted to review this one. In French, we call it CV from the Latin curriculum vitae. What's that? And we add a motivation letter. Motivation letter ってなんだ？阿部さん、こんにちは。 カリキュラム部、カリキュラムの C と、何これ、バイテの B か。なるほど。モチベーションレラ、志望動機者、なるほど。アンドリューさん、こんにちは。I was looking for a job. Today I wanted to tell you how to get a job in Japan, but I talked about this before, so this is just review. What I wanted to tell you today is like how to promote yourself during job interview. デイさん、こんにちは。So do you guys have any questions about this? As I told you guys before, I got job offers from 4 companies in this month. So I wanted to tell you how I got four job offers. How can I say that? How I got job offers from 4 companies in Japan. I mean, I'm a Japanese teacher though. It will help you too, even if you're not a Japanese teacher. You know, I don't think you're too old to get a job. If you're not young, which means you have experiences in business and in like everything. So no questions about this? 1 to 3. If you don't have any questions, I wanna talk about number 4. What I prepared to get a job, what I prepared before the job interview is this. This is not necessary. And you don't really have to if you if you don't have any experience, like if you're young, you don't really have to make this one though. 日本語能力が N4 レベルでは日本での就職にはまだ不十分。日本で就職 N3 も足りないかな。N2 but you know it depends. Sometimes some companies will give you job offer even if you don't have any enough Japanese skills because they need someone. They just want get someone to help them. So sometimes they will give you job offers. But in that case, you will get less salary than other jobs. Like the working environment is not really good. Usually. Does it have to show kawaii images in the slides? I don't think so. I mean, it depends. Like, if you are good at drawing, and if you wanna be a designer, or if you wanna be an illustrator, or if you wanna be an artist, and if you wanna promote yourself by showing your cute, pretty artworks, you definitely have to put it. Or if you wanna be a teacher, if you wanna teach your language, or if you wanna teach English to kids, and if you think you're good at making teaching materials, learning materials for kids, Japanese kids, you have to, maybe. Then you can promote yourself. Like how you're good at making or teaching English to kids. Like my Wanchan logo. I don't think so. I mean, it depends. But, you know, it's not like suitable. Depends on your job though. N2 があれば特別就労ビザで日本で働くのに十分だと思います。N4 が、あ、N4 特別就労、特定技能か。特定技能？ドゥイさんは You're not thinking staying Japan for longer? Like, do you think 3 or 5 years enough to stay in Japan? Then that's okay. And then, you know, they will not give you better salary. It depends on company though. So you wanna work in Japan for 5 years and then you wanna back to Indonesia? That's okay. But you know, I cannot promise you like N4 is enough, N3 is enough. I cannot say that because it depends. It always depends on the person, depends on the company. So I cannot tell you. I cannot promise you N4 is enough, N3 is enough. I can't. But yeah, generally. 10 year for 特定技能。10 year for 特定技能 Not 5 years. (特定技能1号じゃない? After you finish 特定技能 second one or third one, you can switch to the first one. Then the total years will be 10. there's some visa to work in Japan. Satiyaraji-san, konnichiwa. Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. You know, I can't explain about this in English. How can I explain? 難しいな。わかった。ちょっと待って。I will ask ChatGPT to translate to English. Excel 収録。長い。待ってね。これをDo you have any memorable stories from when you were interviewing for job interview? What for job? Memorable stories? I'm sorry. There's nothing special to me. Memorable stories? なんだろう Nothing. Memorable? Just job interview. なんだろうわかんない No idea. I'm sorry. Memorable stories from when I was interviewing for job. Like, when I in job interview to get a job? Or job interview to hire someone? Which one? Like, どっちだ特別外国人ビザの有効期限について情報さ。特別外国人ビザ What's that? 特別外国人って何特定技能 I guess the translation doesn't really work. 特別外国人がわからない。Which one are you talking about? What do we need to get into a school in Japan? What do we need to get into a school? Oh, which school? What kind of schools? Like vocational or Japanese language or university? Which one? It depends.クリスタチャット GPT チャット GPT チャット GPT あれどこだこれだ。待って。こうでしょ。このぐらい？ Oh, I think it's small. Let me make it bigger.このぐらい？小さい？Credit. I suppose I had the language schools gateway to live in Japan. Graduate, like after university. 先生がリーミーさんこんにちは。日本語学校には行かないです。日本語学校じゃないです。Memorable stories as in like maybe your first ever job interview, how nervous were you? Or when you had I encountered a scary interview penalty. My first job interview is 15. When was that? When I was 17 or when I was 18. When I was in high school, I started working for as part-time job. I mean, in McDonald's. Masters or higher. Or you definitely have to pass N1 or 2, and you have to write an essay which you explain what kind of thing you wanna study in a school. I mean, in Japanese. Or sometimes they lecture only in English. It depends on a school. So first of all, you have to make sure what kind of graduate school you will go, and the theme of your study has to be the same as you major in university. かな? So this is the highest level, highest quality, highest grade. How can I say that? Of visa, working visa in Japan. N2 or has to be N1. At least you have to get N2. Like something you do with wearing suit. White collar job. So. 特定技能 up to 5 years. So you don't really have to, you don't really need Japanese skills. 天使さんこんにちは。ハローおばさん先生 or you Do you know the meaning of おばさん? If you are saying that to other Japanese people, you will lose Japanese friends. You have to stop that. If you don't understand the meaning of おばさん, you definitely have to stop that. Or if you don't know that, I mean just stop. It's rude. I'm おばさん though. Like おばさんなんてどういう意味あおばさんと初対面の人におばさんと呼びかける失礼さを英語で例えて説明したいです。Calling someone おばさん in Japan can be as rude as calling a stranger old lady in English. あー、なるほど。It's like calling a woman you just met or middle-aged lady. It can sound rude depending on the situation. In Japan, おばさん literally means aunt, but it's often used for middle-aged women. If you use it for a stranger, it can sound like calling someone old lady in English, which is quite rude. Calling someone おばさん it's not excuse me, it's closer to saying hey old lady. あ、そう、old lady? ルイスさんこんにちは。ルイスさんルイスヨンさん Thank you so much for joining my live streaming. And I hope so too. Mom is fine in the south. Yeah, I often hear mom in South Asia. South Asia. Asian country. South Asian country. Anyway, this is 特定技能. So you don't really need Southern US. あ、そうなんだ。This one, if you wanna get this kind of visa, you don't need N1 or N2 or even N3. N3 or sometimes N4 is enough to get a job. But, you know, you have to work hard and you can't expect well salary. Because you don't have enough Japanese skills to get better salary. You know what I mean? And this is the other one. It's maybe even worse. So I don't really recommend you. かな Were you the first test ebi filet maker at your McDonald's? I don't think so. I was almost always in front of register. Maybe I was the fastest staff to get order. What I mean is about Tokutegi no visa using SSW. What is SSW? If you have worked for 5 years, maybe we can take the test to continue or extend the visa period. I think so. You know, it's so hard to pass it's so hard to study hard to pass N1 or 2 while working as full-time worker. I might be qualified for 2. あ、これね。特定技能。SSW is specified skilled work. あー、なるほど。あ、これか。これ SSW。Do you have bookshelf with you? Bookshelf って何？本棚？ What do you mean? Do you have bookshelf with you? Bookshelf 本棚？何？ What do you mean? そう。Let me back to this. So if you wanna get the first visa, engineer specialist in humanities, international services, like white collar jobs. Bookshelves where you put books when you are not reading. ああ、本棚ね。Oh, I was correct. 本棚。I thought it's something about job or visa. If you could be the manager of any restaurant in Tokyo, what restaurant chain would you want to manage? I have never thought about that. Restaurant. Can I go back to this one first? So, like, if you wanna get good salary, if you wanna get a good job, if you wanna join good company in Japan, you need this one. Self-promotion slides. Brief career summary focused on your key strengths. A simple organizational chart of your previous company and your role. Detailed explanation of your responsibilities and achievements, your professional mindset and values, your perspective on the industry, your role, and your career goals. What you want to achieve after joining the company, ideas, a proposal. And I will show you mine. I know it's a little difficult to read. Just image. You don't have to read it. Like when you graduate high school, and this is when I started studying to be a Japanese language teacher, and then this is when I passed the exam to be a Japanese teacher, and this is when I finished Japanese teaching training course, and this is when I joined the school which I worked for 7 years. And this is when I became a deputy chief at the school. And this is when I received, how can I say that? Like, how do you say that? Hyōshō? Hyōshō? Oh, how do you say 表彰表彰状
Citation.
Citation? Oh, really? Praise? I'm not sure. Whatever. Like the summary of your experience. And like this is chart of your previous company. Your previous company, or how do you say that? Your previous workplace, and what you did in that company. And this is what you did in your company. Like in my case, as a teacher, like what kind of students, what kind of classes I taught, and what kind of school events I managed, and what kind of things I did to manage the classes. Like I made curriculum, I made teaching materials, something like that. And what kind of training course I did. In my case, this is all about teaching Japanese language though. And this is how I check the level of Japanese learners' speaking skills. これは Let me ask ChatGPT to translate this one. Chappy. This is my mindset as a business person. It's complicated to do, but if you do that, you will get better job, and if you get more salary, if you wanna get money, you should do. In my case, my motivation to work is money, so that's important to me. I like money. これ What I wrote is this. Like in my case, I'm a Japanese language teacher, so my thinking, my opinion, my mindset as an educator with awareness. What is awareness? That you maybe the first working professional runners encounter in Japan be someone who is, oh, can you guys see this? Oh, I mean, this is my opinion. You don't have to copy it. Be someone who is approachable and trustworthy as a person. Be mindful of the psychological burden of living in a different culture and learning a new language. Do not make improving Japanese ability the ultimate goal. Focus on what learners can do using Japanese. Support learners in participating in Japanese society, respecting others, and building better relationships. Foster individual who can identify problems, cooperate with others, solve issues, and lead organization. I mean, this is. This is Japanese version. This is my version. This is what I wrote as an educator. I mean, I can't translate this to English, so just I asked ChatGPT. And the second one, as an organizational leader, create an environment where information naturally flows in enabling. Oh, I can't read. I'm sorry. I can't. Enabling are this decision making and coordination. What is coordination? Do not show business outwardly. Maintain an atmosphere where students, staff, and both new and experienced instructors feel comfortable approaching you. Be mindful of each instructor's skills, capacity, and strengths. Continuously learn and share knowledge to enjoy growth. Encourage participation in external training and seminars. Where am I? これ Build a team that can function effectively even without your presence. Share overall workflows, processes, and objective clearly. Develop individuals who can think and act independently. Oh my goodness, English is so difficult. Something like that? Yeah. それから This is my idea for the school calendar, yearly calendar, weekly calendar. This is my idea, just idea. But I wanted to show, I had to show my skills that I can make curriculum and like こんばんは、ポールさん。Let me share my screen again. Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. If you can't see my screen on HelloTalk, you can move to YouTube. I'm hosting this live stream on HelloTalk and YouTube at the same time. And this is my idea, like what kind of training I can do for new teachers in the school? You don't. I mean, again, this is mine. I'm a Japanese language teacher, so you have to change to your style though. どこ行った？クリスタ。ちょっと待って。Did you present that in the interviews? I mean, don't worry. In my case, I have experience in teaching Japanese almost for 10 years. So, if I wanna get a job, if I wanna get more salary as a teacher, I have to show that how skillful I am as a teacher. How, like, But in your case, like if you have any experience in teaching English, or if you have any experience of knowledge, skills in like as an engineer or anything, you have to show that. Makes sense to you guys? I mean, it always depends on a person and it depends on the company or even industry. And you can ask ChatGPT to help you. Makes sense to you guys? Any questions about this? Now you know that what you need to prepare to better job in Japan. So then you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini. Or do you say Gemini in English? We say Gemini in Japanese. Gemini? You can ask AI to help you to make Japanese documents and Japanese self-promotion slides. Any question about this? What was that question? I forgot. If you could be a manager of any restaurant in Tokyo, what restaurant chain would you want to manage? I like sushi. I wanna be a manager of Sushiro. Then I can eat a lot of sushi with like staff discount price. No questions? Is it okay to move to the next topic? I think I missed some questions, but I forgot what it was. Memorable stories in job interview. なんだろう。Do you guys have any memorable stories in job interviews? Do you guys have memorable stories in job interviews? If we want to be apprentices in things like pottery, what's that? Bonsai? I know bonsai. Oh, I can't understand just bonsai. Chappy. 陶芸や盆栽のような分野で見習いとして働きたい場合。あー、なるほどね。陶芸か、これ。アプレンティス。陶芸、盆栽。陶芸、盆栽。わからん。陶芸、盆栽。陶芸、盆栽。First of all, you cannot get any working visa. To get, because I'm more interested in art things. First, you can get skills during like studying at any schools in Japan. Then while studying something in school, you can get skills of pottery or bonsai. You know, there is no way to get working visa if you don't have any skills of pottery or bonsai right now. ケビンさん、こんにちは。ちょっと待って。あ、これじゃない。ちょっと待って。チャッピーいらない。あ、これだ。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. If you wanna learn Japanese from scratch, from zero, I made some videos and I post them on YouTube. They will help you to learn basic, like how to introduce yourself, how to greet in Japanese. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Japanese. Huh? あ、こうだ。告白? What are you talking about? Is it true that during an interview we're not allowed to talk too much, only to answer briefly and straight to the point. Because in my country, for an interview, I have to talk a lot about myself. I'm not really sure how they talk in Indonesia, so I cannot compare in Indonesia style, Indonesian style, in the Japanese style though. You can talk a lot. I mean, if you talk a lot about something not related to the job or business, they will not hire you. But if you think it's important to promote yourself, you can talk a lot. It depends. It depends on a topic. Like, if you talk about your family, or if you talk about like how anime is great or something like that, they will never hire you though. But if you wanna be an animator and if you talk about anime, Japanese anime, how great it is or how wonderful the Japanese anime is or something like that, it could be. You know what I mean? That's it. Can it be the answer? かな? Any questions? Did someone raise their hands on HelloTalk? Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. Does it make sense to you guys? So this is how you can get better job in Japan. 誰かなんか送った？なんだ？ Is it okay to move to the next topic? Is it okay? (あとはね、難しいね。Let me ask ChatGPT to translate. 間違えた。この日本語が小差し置いてでも、あ、これをチャッピー、待って、英語にしてください。この日本人を差し置いてでも安泰大時を考えるだけの技術や資格の高い技術や経験を武器にする。このどちらかだと思います。共感がウェイドさん、こんにちは。The key points for getting job in Japan. First, work in industries or positions with labor shortage, where there are not enough Japanese workers. Working condition and salary may not be ideal, but high Japanese proficiency is often not required. Have strong skills or experience that make a company want to hire you over native Japanese candidates. In most cases, you need one of these two to get a job in Japan. Make sense?これ画面映ってる？ハロートーク。映ってないね、多分ね。Hey guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. マウイさん、こんにちは。I'm hosting this live stream on HelloTalk and YouTube at the same time. You can join my live stream whichever you like. By the way, do you guys know this website? This is Japan, as you know. What you can do in this website is Nihon. You can compare how big each country is. Compute size そうこれ日本でしょ This is Japan これ何これどここれアメリカこれは、アメリカこれちょっと待って Japan You can compare. This is Japan. You know, I was surprised. Japan is pretty bigger than I thought.これ日本語だけ英語でいいんだけど。I'm gonna change this website to English. ダメか。インドネシアI thought Japan is smaller. It's much bigger than I thought. インドネシアどこ行ったインドネシア大きいねここが同じぐらいこれ違うシンガポールじゃないこれこれ本当に全部インドネシア違うよ本当にここシンガポール合ってんのか合ってたI thought this is Singapore ここまでインドネシアなのここからシンガポールここインドネシアI thought this is Singapore インドネシア大きいねI thought this port ジャカルタそっかねスマトラそうだねcompared to カナダ大きいI know Canada is so big これインドネシア大きいIf we do Japanese cartoons or anime for the industry job career, for example, do we have to be very fluent to create subtitles for TV shows or movies? I have no idea because I'm not animator. I'm sorry, Wade-san, but I guess that's a different person who make anime, who do drawing and who decide subtitles, create subtitles. I think that's different person, I guess. New Caledonia New Caledonia New Caledonia ニューカレドニア。どんぐらい？この辺。東京。キリバチ to USA。 何キリバチって。キリバチって何？キリバチ？何キリバチ？ Like Japanese。 キリバティ？ My goodness, I didn't know that country。 キリバスか。あ、キリバス？キリバスってキリバティ、キリバスじゃないの？
キリバス。
あ、
キリバス。キリバス。キリバス。
In Japanese, we say キリバス。キリバスか。キリバス。In Japanese. す。Spelling is TI, but sounds like TH sound. ちっちゃっこさん、こんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. キリバスじゃん。でも TH じゃないや、TI なの？知らなかった。My country is very large, but it is very unfortunate that many of its people choose to work abroad because my own country is very bad economic. I wanna visit バリ島。バリ島どこ？ Where's Bali? I wanna visit Bali in the future. Oh, is Bali インドネシア？インドネシアだよね、バリって。バリ島どこ？ You can enjoy beautiful views in Bali. は？バリどこ？どこ？これジャカルタでしょ？ I know ジャカルタ。I've never been to though. It's bigger than I thought. Close to my house. Oh, really? I have to visit your house. Let me stay for 1 month. I will teach you English. I mean Japanese. Not English. On that world map, if you zoom into between Florida and South America, you will find some Caribbean countries. あー。バリ島どこ？あ、これ？バリ？あ、バリあった！ここか。Oh, you have Indonesian ancestors. バリ島。なんて？バリ島 is at the top of Indonesia, which is very rare. あ、これじゃない？バリ島。合ってる？ I'm originally from Fiji, so it's kind of crazy seeing this general area. あ、フィジー？フィジーどこ？あ、これか。サモア。待って、フィジーを。フィジー。どんぐらい？こんぐらい。あ、九州ぐらい？あ、もっと、あれか。この辺？ バリand バリ島 are different. あ、バリ島 Do you have バリ島? I was talking about Bali Island in Japanese, like I was talking in Japanese. This is バリ島. This kanji is pronounced as to or shima, which means island. So Bali Island, バリ島. But you have バリ島?バリ島? どういうこと？あ、ちょっと待って。これ？バリ島川？ My goodness. バリへのバリ島？ That's different. 知らなかった。ハローさん、こんにちは。ニーハオ。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. I'm hosting this live stream on HelloTalk and YouTube at the same time. You can choose whichever you like. The country looks very cool. It looks like it's very remote. お、大きい。ちょっと待って。ブラジル大きい。アルゼンチンも大きい。Can we have the name? あ、これ、ちょっと待って。thetruesize.com これ。なんて？ I'm sorry, I don't speak Chinese. I'm sorry. What about China? あ、中国ね。China。ロシアはもしかして上にあるから大きいだけ？ロシア。はっはっはっ。Oh, but still big. 中国。カナダ。Canada and Russia looks much bigger because it's located in northern part of the earth. なんで？沖縄はちょっと待って、こうでしょ。沖縄 is here, so it's very close to Taiwan. My country is so vast that it has 870 regional languages. 800? Russia is biggest, yes. I wanted to tell you guys. It's pretty fun to compare. 北京は12時45分 So, as I told you guys before on the post that I posted yesterday, I will join a new company from tomorrow, but I will like how can I say that? So I will take kind of short vacation from the live stream. Maybe just 1 month or something. I'm not really sure though. I will join a new company, but I will work just at home. I will not go to the office, so I'll be back. 8 months? That's long. It's not. I was impressed by the size of the New Caledonia. New Caledonia? スピーカーじゃないと、ニューカレドニアどこ行った？ Oh, where's New Caledonia? I missed New Caledonia. I mean, I know here. これ違う。これ違う。これインドネシアだ。Where's New Caledonia piece? あったあった。これね。韓国。ニューカレドニアあったここに。I thought it was smaller. Me too. I mean, about Japan. I thought Japan is much smaller. It's actually much bigger than I thought. ありがとう、マウイさん。ルイさんもありがとう。Actually, I will help many Indonesian Japanese learners in a new company. They have many clients in Japan, so they contract with many Japanese companies in Japan. What I do is making teaching materials, learning materials for Japanese learners and help Japanese people who don't really have enough experience in working with foreigners in Japan. I mean, I teach Japanese to foreigners like you guys, and also I teach how to communicate with foreign people in simple, easy Japanese to native Japanese speakers. And most of Japanese learners are from Indonesia. I heard that. Thank you. I will make better textbook. I will. I like Genki though. I was worried that yesterday was your live stream. So I will work from tomorrow. So do you guys have any other questions about Japanese language or culture? これさ、アンドリューさん今ハロートークにもいてくれてる？おもち元気アンドリューさん、ハロートークと YouTube 両方いる？ What's the most common foreigner in Japan? I think that's Chinese. There's so many Chinese people and South Korean people in Japan. For audio. ああ、なるほど。Okay. Yeah, and there are many Nepal? How do you say Nepal in English? Nepali people. I mean Nepali students. There's so many Nepali students in Japanese language schools or vocational schools. What's Japanese favorite countries to travel to? What's Japanese favorite? What do you mean? Like, which country do Japanese people usually travel to? Or something like that? So your students are already employed in Japan? Not all students. Like, some students will come to Japan. They got job offers in their countries and they will join Japanese company. So they have to prepare. They have to learn Japanese. I think they learned Japanese language, but they have to improve Japanese speaking skills to work in Japan, to communicate with coworkers, Japanese native speakers. Or they also have to know Japanese business manners. And also, I will teach people who are already employed and working in Japan. Both. 日本人 The popular company じゃない The popular country to travel. Young women, not young. I think many women like to visit South Korea because of the cosmetics and also K-pop or even foods. And also many people, especially couples or families, visit Hawaii. I'm not really sure about other countries. I think many people visit South Korea because it's so close from Japan, or also Taiwan. It's still close from Japan. Oh, and I often hear people visit Thailand because it's safe and the foods are delicious and people are kind, and there's so many Japanese restaurants. Sometimes they speak Japanese and it's safe. Thailand and Vietnam. Australia, I think people who visit Australia is not for sightseeing. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure though. Many people visit and stay in Australia to work or to learn English. However, now the quota for foreign workers has been limited to a little more, so that the Japanese government is more focused on its own citizens. I heard they have to be N1 certified. Of who? To get a job in Japan? Well, would you advise to American employees who will be visited by Japanese visitors in a business trip? Kickboxing. What would you advise to American employees who will be visited by Japanese visitors in a business trip? Visited by Japanese visitors in a business. Oh, what do you mean? Any Japanese employees who visit Japan as a business trip? Okay. Visit the US? Oh, ChatGPT doesn't help me. Visit the US? Like high level business is in 1 and a conveni is in 2. Conveni in 3 if you wanna work at convenience store as a part-time job. If you wanna get full-time job, and 2 is needed, but part-time job and 3 is enough, I think. 出張でアメリカに行く日本人に対してアメリカの社員がどう対応すればいいか？ I guess they will come either knowing English or they will bring their own translator. Advice to... I don't know. なんだろう If Japanese people visit the US, they just have to follow the US manners and rules, habits. There's nothing to do. なんだろう Like be fluent. You don't have to be fluent in Keigo because they will speak English. They visit the US, so they have to speak English. Like in Japan, we have the word 郷にっては郷に従え。When in Rome, do as the Roman do. Like for local customs, when you're in a different country, adapt to the local culture and customs, respect, and follow the local way of doing things. なるほど。郷に行っては郷に従え。So we have this word in Japan. But I'm sure that they will be happy if you speak any Japanese phrases or if you tell them that you like something in Japan, something from Japan, like anime or food. Tell your friend to come here. New Caledonia. We lack of Japanese tourists. Which country are they from? I mean, the tourists in New Caledonia. Like, we want to impress the American exclusive how do you pronounce that? Executive that we can talk to the Japanese customer. 待って。I love you, ChatGPT. You always help me. Which is used more, Nihon or Nippon? I hear both and I'm scared. We usually say Nihon in general speaking. Nihon, just Nihon. When we wanna emphasize more that is Japan, we sometimes use Nippon, but we usually say Nihon, just Nihon. Nippon, it sounds a little like older, like traditional things. But when we encourage sport, how do you say that? In like Olympic or soccer World Cup or something like that, we say like Nippon, Nippon. That's because of rhythm. Nihon, Nihon, and Nippon. Nobody say Nihon. Just because of the rhythm. Except for encouraging athletes. And except for when encouraging athletes to, we say just Nihon.なんて？例えばアメリカの経営者に対して自分は彼らの日本人顧客とコミュニケーションが取れるとアピールしたい場合、なるほどね。Then you can master 敬語。There used to be many Japanese people, but for few. そうなんだ。Snap, I forgot to cook food for my work tomorrow. 何？お弁当？これは和国？和国？ It's ancient Japanese, I think. これね。これ？そうだよね。長いな。Like なんて言うんだろう。First, I was always sleeping during history class when I was in high school. So I don't remember though. There is some books that is recorded about Japanese history and they are written by Chinese people. So they are written by Chinese people. They are written in Chinese. Chinese people recorded about Japan. What happened in Japan? In those books, they call Japan as Wakoku, not Nihon. Nihon literally means the country the sun rises. So, I don't really remember. Please make sure by yourself if you wanna learn more. I'm not a history teacher. I can't explain detailed though. I hated history class when I was student. Wakoku. Kore. So, don't ask me. Please do not ask me more. What I remember about that is that. And like, なんだ? Oh, how can I say that? So, 日本 the first kanji means sun. S-U-N, sun. Hon is... It has several meanings. The first one is book. B-U-U-K, book. And also it means like origin. Something come from. So ancient Japanese people started calling Japan as Nihon or Nippon, and writing in this kanji because they wanted to show that Japan is located in eastern part of the earth. So when they trade, when they connect with other countries in that era, maybe China or South Korea or something, they wanted to show that sun rises from Japan. Japan always see the sun rises before any other countries, before China, before South Korea. They wanted to show that, to show how great the Japan is, or how strong Japan is, or something like that. Please make sure by yourself. If you can't believe that, or if you think my explanation is not enough, I can't explain even in Japanese. So Nihon, the name of company Nihon, is made by this reason. Does it make sense? In Canadian history books, Japan is called land of rising sun. 大日本。そうね。Japan is used to called 大日本帝国。Great Japan 帝国 How do you say 帝国 in English? 帝国 Empire Empire Imperial empire. We say 大英帝国 means like 大英帝国 the British Empire, the Roman Empire. 大英帝国 My favorite subject was art, history, language, arts, a little bit of social studies and science, and I hated math because fractions, algebra, division. 待って、アルジェブラって何？ Fraction って何？ Let me use translator. You're always great. 間違えた。ちょっと待って。Oh, what happened? Oh, what happened? あ、できた。What happened? I know this history related, but why is Nihon called Japan? Japan? Ah, I know that, but I can't explain in English. 待って。あ、代数割り算か。They started calling Japan as Japan. 待って。ジパング。マルコ・ポーロ。How do you pronounce that? Marco Polo from Italy made a book to introduce about Asian countries to European people. In that book, Marco Polo explained about Japan as Jipeng. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Jipeng or something like that, which means golden country in his language. どこだっけ？待って。In French, it's Japan. Ah. Oh, where's me? Where am I? あ、できた。皆さんこんにちは。Hi guys, I've been teaching Japanese language for 9 years. If you have any questions about Japanese language or culture, feel free to ask me. I'm hosting this live stream on HelloTalk and YouTube at the same time. なんだっけ？どこ行った？チャット GPT。チャピ。マルコ・ポーロが東方見聞録で日本をジパング黄金の国と 紹介した経緯や本の内容を英語で簡単に説明して。Marco Polo and Japan. Marco Polo was Venetian traveler in the 13th century. He wrote a book called The Travels of Marco Polo, describing Asia based on his journeys and his stories he heard. In this book, he introduced Japan as Jipangu. I'm not sure the pronunciation. He described it as a rich island full of gold, where even buildings and palaces was said to be covered with gold. I think that's King. Maybe about this one. これかな? I guess. However, Marco Polo never actually visited Japan. Oh, really? Why did he introduce Japan even he never visited? His description was based on second-hand information mainly from China. あ、そうなの? Didn't know that. Japan was known in East Asia as a place where gold was produced. These stories were exaggerated as they spread westward. As a result, Europe imagined Japan as a golden land. Did you ever say Japan in school, or was it always Nihon? When we pronounce Japan in Japanese English, Japanglish, Japan, just Japan. People never say Japan, Japan. Have you ever played the game Marco Polo? マルコポーロのゲーム? 何それ? Marco was trying to show off in social media back then. I guess so. Japan. そう何時だ ?2 時半か。The popular game in North America. あ、そうなのマルコポーロ I've never heard. So 何時だ今2時か。Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining my live streaming. I'll be back in few months. I'll be back. I will not quit this channel. I'll be back in few months. So please wait for that. ありがとう. Thank you so much for joining my live streaming. Thank you so much. Thank you, マイさん。ジェセムさんもありがとう。マイさんもありがとう。So, I'll be back soon. ありがとうございました。And if you have any request about any short videos or any videos, I will think about making that. when I have time. Or I will sometimes post something when I have time. ありがとうございました。またね。See you next time. ありがとう。またね。バイバイ。